Welcome to another episode of the Little Jolly Gamer Show. We have a big Super Smash Bros. Direct that happened today, and we want to talk all about it. But before we do that, before we even introduce ourselves, we want to say thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. It helps us out a bunch. But let's just jump straight in. I'm Brandon. Sitting next to me is a friend of the show, Tyler. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. I just got my balls blown off by this video. This video presentation Nintendo put out today on the 8th of August, 2018. Mm-hmm. This particular Nintendo Direct was about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yeah.
And holy crap. Let's just jump right in with, I wrote down this nice little outline for us. We can go through the play-by-play, and we can just kind of discuss as we go. They opened up with, which unfortunately...
Boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground, in the rain, by a castle. We all knew what it was. Yeah. It did, unfortunately, get a little bit of a leak.
It got a leak last night, that's right.
Which I was like... I wouldn't be surprised if that leak's true.
Right. Well, I mean, it was the official YouTube channel for Smash Bros.
So it had to be.
Yeah, it was a mess up that it couldn't have been an accident.
Yeah. But we found out that it's none other from the game Castlevania, Simon Belmont.
Yeah, Simon Belmont, Conan the Barbarian.
So I was afraid when I heard about this leak. I was afraid it's gonna be that weird like leather straps all over, red-haired Simon Belmont from the PS2 era.
And he's got those straps.
But shame on me because he does have the straps, but it's not as bad. I'll have to show you a picture of the one I'm talking about. If you don't know what it looks like, it looks bad. It looks like a BDSM guy. I'll have to show you. But no, shame on me because Nintendo, as they do with all these characters, brought it back to the roots. It's the NES version of Simon Belmont. He has the throwing cross. He has the axe he throws up.
Right.
Of course, the whip. He's got the whip, and he's got the little flaily thing from Castlevania, Super Castlevania 4. He's got the little flaily flipping it around, and then I guess you can cancel projectiles with it like you can in the games. And so that trailer was just great with Luigi, of all people, looking around in Dracula's castle, and he sees all these creatures and gets freaking killed.
Yeah, he gets murdered.
He gets
actually murdered.
He gets murked. Like, his soul gets separated by who I'm assuming is the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, that's just another example of late American capitalism killing our favorite heroes.
Just got murked, dude. And then a big flail comes out, and and shows Simon.
And he breaks that dude's jaw.
Breaks his skull open.
His jaw flies off from the flail.
Which is, for a Nintendo thing, I was like, wow,
so
wait,
good.
that's kind of graphic.
Yeah, so, something I thought about after the fact. In that trailer for Ridley, was Luigi the one who ate shit there too?
No, that was Mega Man.
Mega Man.
Well, Mario. It was Samus, Mega Man, Mario, and someone else.
I don't think so. I think
it was just those three.
Yeah.
Because Mega Man kind of gets hit with the tail thing.
Right. Yeah. Well, I was like, of course, it would have been Luigi if they did that. But I didn't go back to watch the trailer.
Because he twirls Mario's hat, which I'm assuming is a homage to Mario Odyssey.
Odyssey reference, that's right.
But yeah, so not only do we get Simon Belmont, but Richter from other Castlevania games, more notably Rondo of Blood, which we didn't get in America. I don't know why. They showed Richter, and he is an Echo Fighter, much like how Daisy is to Peach. He's an Echo Fighter of Simon, and I would probably prefer to play as Richter.
Yeah, certainly. I mean,
he looks a little cooler.
When I see myself playing the game and playing any Castlevania character in the game, it's going to be Richter. I mean, he has that blue motif going on. He's
headband. They got a cool 90s headband.
You got the headband. The holy water explodes in blue flames.
Yeah, which is cooler.
It's just a cooler look. Yeah, for sure. Otherwise, I mean, Simon, again, great character. Super happy he's here. He's one of the most longed.
This is
sought after character in Smash history.
I want to say they wanted Simon since Melee.
Yeah, probably.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. So I'm happy he's here. But Richter he's my guy.
So not only are we getting Simon and Richter, but they're coming with their own stage. We're getting Castle Dracula, which looks insane. It has all the bosses from the original Castlevania. It has Frankenstein was a little jumping humper monkeys.
Yeah, like Flea Man.
And I think there's Dracula, of course, shows up.
Right.
I think there's gonna be like some kind of Medusa,
Camilla,
mummy,
the bleeding face mask thing.
That weird thing that haunts my dreams.
Super awesome. I love that thing.
And an Alucard will be there, but he will be an assist trophy.
Assist trophy,
which is a little unfortunate, but yeah, whatever.
But faithful to Symphony of the Night. I mean, he can turn into the mist thing. He can turn into a bat.
I wouldn't want him to be an Echo fighter. He had to be his own fighter.
Oh, for sure.
Plays totally different.
Yeah, for sure. The fact that he's an assist trophy is like, if you couldn't get him as a playable character, that's the second best thing.
Yeah.
I mean, he's completely faithful to Symphony of the Night.
I love the way they do these little reveals too, because when they had Alucard, he totally cut Dracula's face off, and just. Well, apparently Dracula's going to be kind of like a stage hazard boss
thing, yeah.
Similar to like Yellow Devil and Ridley, which is funny to think that Ridley was a stage hazard.
Yeah.
So I guess that level's not coming back.
Assumedly not.
Because he was so huge in that level, they shrunk him down. So yeah, and then there's 34 music tracks going to be in this level. That's insane. 34 tracks just for one level.
That's a tenth of the overall songs in the game, right?
Yeah, well, we'll get to that in a moment.
It's a lot of songs.
It's a lot of songs, but Castlevania. So I can't be super duper stoked because, and I am stoked because I'm just not the biggest fan of the Castlevania series. I like the games, obviously, but I love the music. I've always loved the music of the games. That's my favorite part of Castlevania.
Right. Well, the issue that Castlevania has had is that they have a great library of games. A lot of games that like really old school gamers. People have been doing it since like the 80s. Whenever they were teenagers and they were going through the 80s, they were playing games like Castlevania. But there's this huge gulf between Symphony of the Night and the rest of the series.
Yeah.
Like Symphony of the Night is considered to be one of the greatest games of all time.
I think it was the last hurrah of Castlevania.
Kind of, yeah.
Because once the PS2 era came,
we don't
talk about those games.
They had some Castlevania games on Nintendo's mobile platforms. I'm not sure if it was Game Boy Advance or DS or whatever, but they had a couple of them that were really, really good. But there's such a gulf between the quality of Symphony of the Night and the rest of the series that when you think of Castlevania, you think of Symphony of the Night.
I'm going to show you a picture of the red-haired Simon Belmont. But speaking of Echo Fighters, like
Chrom.
Richter, we're getting Chrom,
yes.
which people have been wanting Chrom forever. I could do without.
Yes, man.
I'm good on the Fire Emblem characters.
Love to the Fire Emblem characters, man, and the people who are like avid about that fan base or whatever. But it's another Fire Emblem character.
Yeah, and we got
slot, I guess.
We got a cooler one though. We got a cooler Echo Fighter, Dark Samus, who plays exactly like Samus, except her animations look a little different. Her weapons, like her super missiles, all look corrupted.
So, I wonder if there's any like tie to Zero Suit Samus from Dark Samus. How would that work out?
I don't think it would. It wouldn't make sense.
So she would just keep her armor after using the final smash?
Well, they're two separate characters now. Remember?
Oh, true.
So
yeah.
You can't really. Well, were they separate in Wii U? I believe they were.
I don't.
Yeah,
remember,
they were, because in the Wii version, you could when you use the final smash, the armor fell off.
Yeah, but you could still select her from the screen.
Yeah, but I don't think they'd transition to each other, so Zero Suit wouldn't be affected at all, unless they made like a
Dark Zero Suit Samus.
Yeah, which
that's a strange
doesn't
thing
really
to think about.
Yeah, it's not canonically. This is the best picture I can find of that red-haired Simon Belmont I was worried about.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Yeah, it's bad. Like that. Ugh, yeah.
Who does that remind me of? That reminds me of Rando from Yu Yu Hakusho. like the second major boss in Yu Yu Hakusho. He looks like Rando.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Same dude.
Rando of Blood.
Rando
I'm glad
of
they
Blood.
didn't put him in there. So they talked about the new stages. We've got a new stage, New Donk City from Mario Odyssey.
Super excited about New Donk City.
Looks great.
They got Superstars.
They got the singing going on, all that stuff. But they said if you total up all the stages, and they showed us the stage select screen, and I believe because it's so small. There's 103 stages, and every stage you can turn off the hazards, you can turn them on and off, you can do battlefield modes, and you can do Omega forms. Yeah. So that's like, what, 300 something stages?
Yeah.
Technically?
This game is like the ultimate, I don't like saying this because it immediately sounds negative. It immediately sounds negative, but it's ultimate fan service for people who have been Smash Bros. Fans. And again, that sounds like pejorative, but in this situation, it's kind of not. Yeah, like it's giving Smash Bros. Fans the things that they've been asking for many, many years.
And all the stuff was like they left behind. It's like, oh yeah, you remember Corneria? That wasn't in the Wii U version.
Right.
That's like my favorite stage, and they're bringing
Saffron
it back.
City?
Saffron City's coming back.
Original Hyrule Castle? Mm-hmm. You had to make that.
Yeah.
And the other ones, you had to go into the stage editor and build old school Hyrule Castle. Such a great stage.
It was a DLC stage, but
it was a DLC stage.
You had to buy it.
It was a DLC stage. That was one DLC that I actually got for that.
You could also, now you can do stage morphing. Where
that's ridiculous.
You can pick two stages, say I pick Corneria and you pick Saffron City. Mm-hmm. At some point they will morph into each other and then we're no longer playing in Corneria, now we're in Saffron City, and then it might change back.
This game is like, it's all about granular detail. Like giving us the ability to customize matches and customize game modes.
We're just scratching the surface.
In ways like I've ever seen. Like the thing it reminds me of is like some sports games. Like the NBA 2K series, the Madden series, those games give you such weird, or not weird, but they give you such like granular detail.
Small things to do, like, hey, you can play this character from the 90s.
And most people don't. Most people just like, hey, let's get in there, let's play a game.
Yeah.
Those things get underutilized. But then they brought it into Smash Brothers, which from the outset, Smash Brothers is just a fan service game.
It was always just a fan. It was always like, hey, here's all your favorite video game characters in one big game. Here you go.
Exactly. It's always been that. But now they're making it into like this extremely customizable thing, which is shocking, to be honest with you. When the thought of Sakurai's
sorry,
nice. The thought of potentially like Sakurai's last Smash Brothers game, I would not have expected this kind of thing. Maybe I would have expected like every character. That's something you could have wished for, but not this insane detail.
Oh man, we're just scratching the surface. So not only do we have stages and stage morphing, but the music that goes in there, the My Music is coming back, and it's done by franchise instead of like, oh, here's all the level music for this one Zelda level. Right. It's like, hey, you can choose all the music from all the Zelda games in any Zelda level.
Right. So
and you can change it by how often you want to hear each song. Mm-hmm. And there's over 800 songs. 800
That's
songs.
Absurd.
And if you take all the jingles, like the victory fanfares and just all the little jingles, it's over 900 music tracks, 28 hours of music if you played them all back to back.
It's ridiculous, man.
That's insane. For a video game music nerd such as myself, that's incredible. And not only can you have these 800 songs playing whatever levels and all that stuff, but there's a music player they're putting in it. And the music player, you can literally turn off the screen and listen to your Switch as a like.
As an
I'm going to get an iPhone clip. I'm clipping my Switch, walking around listening to my listening to my jams with my Konami laser scope.
You're gonna have like your sunglasses, one of those little things that like connects behind your back.
Yes.
Or your neck.
Yes, that's exactly how I was gonna be, and I'm gonna have a fanny pack somewhere too.
I mean, it's like I carry my Switch around with me in my vehicle quite often, but you can literally just plug your aux cord into that and listen to Smash Bros.
I forget that we can play this anywhere too. Not only we get all this cool stuff, we can play it anywhere at any time. Yeah. And so we're getting the music player. We're getting the rules section. I love rules.
Here we go.
So here's some of the cool things I made some observations about. You can set defaults now. So instead of opening the game, it's like time battle. It's like you can make it. So if you like to do 5 stock matches, you can turn on the game and it's already set. So you can set all your defaults. The stage selection comes first, and that's something I noticed at E3.
Is that in every game mode or
any game mode you play? You pick the stages first because they said the way they put it was if you pick the stage, you kind of know like I don't want to play Little Mac in Big Blue, or any level. Like I don't want to play Little Mac on any level that's not flat.
That feels like more of an experiment to me because it could work the other way as well.
Yeah,
it just seems like a change up. Like, let's try something different.
That was one of the first things I noticed when I played at E3. I was like, I'm picking the stage first. Like this doesn't feel right.
I'm not sure that this is like this is so great. I think it's more of like this is something different. You know what I mean, to try out. Which I'm cool with. I'm totally cool with them changing it up.
I kind of prefer selecting first. Or you can do loser's pick, where it's like, okay,
that's
you
a good
beat
feature.
Me, now I know a stage you're not good at. I'm going to pick
exactly.
it. I'm good at it.
That's such a good feature.
That's great. Whenever you get a sudden death now, not only do you have 300 damage each, and I'm sure bombs start falling, but the camera is constantly zooming in to make it even more intense.
So and there's like flames on the exterior. Is that damaging? I wonder. Like
I don't know.
If it starts to zoom in and like you're Captain Falcon here, and the flames start to like lick at your heels there. Are you going to start, like, inching up in the percentages?
I don't know if that's just a visual effect or what.
Me neither. It would be a cool thing.
It would be cool.
That is, like, demanding action.
Dude, and this next one is actually one of my favorite things I noticed in the whole shebang.
Oh, dude, yes.
Final Smash meters. you get chargeable meters, like a super meter from Street Fighter.
They did say it's crippled a little bit. It's not as strong.
Yeah, the final smashes you get from these meters, once you, like, say you damage my character, I'm playing as Fox, and I get damaged enough. When I finally unleash that final smash, it's weaker than his normal.
I got
the smash. I was never a big fan of smash balls. Like, I like the final smashes. I don't like chasing the ball around. You hit the ball and it goes flying to the other side. It's more of that gimmicky, everybody has a chance kind of thing.
Sure, but it did create a dynamic of, like, you never really know how many hits it's going to take. And it varies on character.
It was like a party thing.
It was, and it creates a kind of chaos in that moment, like who's going to get it.
Yeah.
So, like, it was. I think it's a valuable ad, but it's also an ad that you should have been able to turn off, and they gave you that ability to do so.
And now you have the fake smash balls too.
That's something that I don't. That's like day one, turn off, never turn back on.
Yeah, I noticed this when I was playing E3. I saw the smash ball, and you could tell when the lines is thinner than the rest of it.
It's just inverse.
This guy was like, "Oh, I'm going to get the smash ball," and I was like, "Noob." Anyway, so we got a bunch of new rules, and we got a bunch of new battle modes. We've got Squad Strike, or Squad Smash. Excuse me, not Squad Strike. I don't know why I wrote down Squad Strike. Squad Smash is either 5v5 or 3v3 eliminations. And what's cool is that not only could it be like it does the thing, but you can have the person who's actually playing change it too. And so it's like a party mode that way as well.
Yeah.
That seems pretty fun.
Unfortunately,
I don't have enough friends for that.
I wonder if they're gonna allow for like online play with this particular game mode.
That's a good question.
Which I'm not at this point. I'm still not 100% sure if I'm going to invest in the online subscription thing. I played a little bit of Wii U Online, Smash Bros. Wii U Online.
I'm right there with you.
But like,
I'm in the same boat.
The maximum amount of fun I get out of that game is either playing with friends or just playing by myself against the CPU.
Yeah, I'm more the single player guy, but I do enjoy playing with my friends when they're over. I know it's never big into online stuff.
Yeah. I literally did it like 5 or 6 times.
Maybe with the way the Switch is as a console, maybe this will change a little bit for me. But who knows? Sure. But I'm right there with you. I'm more of the single player Smash kind of guy. Tournament mode is making a return. From Melee, I believe. I don't even think it was in the Brawl version.
It was in Wii U.
It was in Wii U? Okay. Yeah. And 32 players maximum basically sets out the brackets for you. Used to love that mode.
You can do CPU players.
Just
fill it out if you want a bigger bracket.
Nothing really new there. It's just they're bringing it back.
Yeah.
Smashdown, which is basically like Lockout.
It's like Lockout from Overwatch.
So basically we get to pick from a certain group of characters. If you're good with Ganondorf and I pick him first, too bad.
Yeah.
I'd get him.
I'm not going to get Ganondorf.
So you can do that, but at the end of that match, those players are now locked out.
They're out.
So you got to pick new characters.
Yeah.
And that's really cool.
That creates an extra layer of competition.
I love that. It's kind of like you said with Overwatch. It's like I'm going to pick my best character first, but after that, it's like it kind of
forces you to be good in many areas.
Correct. Yeah, it forces you to be good. It gives you a reason to train with other characters. Right. Speaking of training, we're getting an overhauled training mode, something akin to like Street Fighter training mode, where you've got these grids.
Yes.
You can measure out trajectory versus 0% damage to 100% damage.
Ridiculously detailed.
Dude, people are going to be practicing and learning all this frame data.
Yeah.
This is for the fighting game community. This is
for sure.
People are going to love this mode. Is it for me? I used to just go in there and throw Pokeballs all the time because it's fun.
Yeah.
But I do like to train every now and again.
Right. It is fun to see those lines kind of arc out from where you hit the person.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, did you see Simon Belmont? Whenever you hit, like he goes way further. You know, you could practice it. And then one of my favorite modes is making a return. Classic mode. And I think, unless I heard it wrong, did they say that each classic mode is different for each character? Like,
I'm not sure. I didn't catch that.
I think it is. So if you play classic mode with Mario, it's different with him than it is with like Roy from Fire Emblem.
Sure.
Which that's really cool. And that's really it for battle modes.
That would make sense because you want at the top of the tower you want to fight like Bowser or something.
That would be cool, like a ladder, and then each person's arch rival, if they have one, is up there.
If they would have one,
or like, hey, you get to fight these other squads of Fire Emblem characters.
Who would Wario fight at the top? Would he fight Mario?
Yeah, I guess that would make sense.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Mario and Luigi.
It creates a lot of interesting things.
Yeah, like who would Ridley? I mean, Ridley and Samus, of course.
Yeah.
Would Samus get Dark Samus?
That would be like the tier under.
That's like that would be like the Goro before the Shang Tsung.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
So we got a bunch of new assists items. So new items. I'm not going to go through them all, but my favorite of which is the Rambling Evil Mushroom from Earthbound, which, if you're not familiar with, it used to be like when you would fight the Rambling Mushrooms, they would do this thing is like you start to feel funny, like he spreads spores on you, and you get this little mushroom on your head, and it reverses. It reverses your controls. It inverts
everything. Yeah.
And so that's what it does. You pick up the rambling mushroom, you throw, and you hit someone. It reverses their controls. That's going to be really useful.
It's going to be a pain in the butt.
I saw some other items like
they had a new bomb thing. They had
the bomb thing from Kirby. That's right. You hold it up, and it just goes boom.
That's right. Yeah, you charge it up. They had a gun that has increased damage at distance.
Yeah, I don't know what that's from.
I don't know, but I love the idea of arranging a scenario where
it does more damage per damage to you. Like if you have
that's a different weapon.
Oh, it is.
There's a weapon that like if you have a higher percentage, then you're going to do more damage than a person with a lower percentage. But the other gun is one in which
did you see that sword?
It increases over distance. And yes.
What was that?
I don't know. Does it increase?
Is Killing Edge?
Killing Edge is the name of it.
It starts to glow.
Right, and I think it does more damage as you start doing damage to people or something to that effect. It changes over time.
And then I saw Death Scythe was in there from Castlevania.
Oh my gosh.
That looks insane. The thing that
the murder weapon.
Yeah, the murder the murder weapon that Luigi got murked with.
Poor guy. So do you think Luigi's ghost is gonna return in the game? In some form. Obviously not a character.
I'm thinking
will he be in the background of Castlevania?
Well, I'm going to bring that up later, actually.
Okay.
Actually, it's coming up pretty soon, but we'll get to that. So not only are we getting new items, we're getting new Pokemon, was it Abra or Kadabra?
It's Abra, the first one, yeah.
So Abra is in there. We got Alolan forms of Pokemon.
Exeggutor.
Every Smash game, I'm always expecting to see a new batch of Pokemon available.
For sure.
And then, unfortunately, we got some deconfirmations for playable characters with our new assist trophies, including Zero from Mega Man X, which I wasn't expecting him to get put in,
Knuckles.
but he's really cool. Knuckles, and probably the most unfortunate...
Gut-wrenching, just the stab in the heart.
The stab in the heart is Shovel Knight will be an assist trophy, which... I don't know if you noticed, but he was fighting on the stage, and another assist trophy was there, which is the moon from Majora's Mask comes crashing into the stage, and everyone dies except for Shovel Knight.
And Shovel Knight's still jumping around. What's crazy about the moon assist trophy is once it hits the stage, it just kind of stays there and grinds against the stage. It's
just like in Majora's Mask.
So good, man. I love Moon as an assist trophy.
Moon, playable character.
Moon.
Also, that Moon is absolutely terrifying.
It's horrible, man.
I think it's haunted my dreams as a child.
Moon.
And then one of my other favorite assist trophies, I don't know if you noticed, but Kappa from Animal Crossing, he's driving the bus. Did you see this? He's driving the bus that goes to Animal Crossing Town, but if he hits you, you get stuck in the bus and you can't get out. And he drives off stage and kills you. Like I have Mario, he's like, let me out! And he goes,
that's pretty good. I mean, if your fate is to just end up in Animal Crossing, that's better than being in Smash Bros.
Oh, but Kappa's the best. He's there's actually some... Excuse the thunderous hurricane.
Oh, it's just my stomach.
The thunderous hurricane weather we're having today. All of a sudden, it was bright outside a couple minutes ago.
This is every day in South Louisiana.
we looked outside literally 10 minutes ago. We're like, wow, it's a great day to
sunny.
Record some stuff inside, and then now it's thundering.
It gets to be like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and it just starts raining.
But so Kappa was in there, and a special assist trophy coming is Rathalos from Monster Hunter. I was like, oh my god, we're getting Monster Hunter as a playable character, which wouldn't surprise me.
Just Monster Hunter Man,
Monster Hunter Man, or Monster Hunter Lady from Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. That game.
I don't even know what that is. What's interesting about the Rathalos is that not only is he an assist trophy, this is the first time this has ever been, but he's also a boss, like Dracula.
A boss, yeah. So they're saying he's
a stage hazard.
He's a boss, but what's weird is that whenever he's a boss character, he doesn't show up on a stage that exists. It's just like the planes from a Monster Hunter game. Yes, that's what I can collect.
That's what I was getting as well.
That makes me think something about this next thing we're going to talk about. They showed the new main menu. And which looks way better than the last menu.
Right.
You can actually find where you need to go.
Yeah, it's not nearly as jumbled.
And there's also a little dashboard there to help you. Total fan service. Fan service.
That's my favorite kind of fan service.
that's what people have complained about the menus in Smash since Brawl almost.
Yeah.
It looks weird. It looks like Kirby Air Ride if you've ever seen that game. Which is a game that Sakurai made.
It reminds me of the face buttons on the GameCube controller, where it's like
they're just
some things are oversized and some things are too small.
They've got jelly bean shaped things. It looks like the thing from that one Dragon Ball Z movie where we're fighting Janemba. It's all like those weird amoeba shaped stuff.
Yeah.
So this menu is more streamlined. It's not bare bones. It looks great, but it's straight to the point. You can get where you need to go.
Right.
But there were some mystery options on that menu.
Mm-hmm.
It was mainly that big green one at the bottom.
Censored out the genitals.
That was blurred out.
Yeah.
What is that? I'm thinking it's some kind of story mode.
A Subspace Emissary Part 2.
I really hope it is. And I was thinking about the Castlevania intro that we had, and I was like,
with all the bosses,
with Luigi getting his soul ripped out. I was like, is this something that could be like a story mode cutscene? Maybe.
So like in Brawl,
maybe it'll get reworked.
In Brawl, the gimmick was that they were being turned into the trophies,
mm-hmm.
the proto amiibos. Honestly,
mm-hmm.
they were being turned into proto amiibos. And this one is it true that like other characters being turned into freaking like ghastly
ghosts?
souls?
Like maybe we have like this more like invasion of other third party things happening in Nintendo World this time. You know?
Oh yeah, we get Liquid Snake comes in there as president.
Did you see Gray Fox was a?
I did. That's
Gray Fox was a.
He shows up in Brawl. Is it on
Shadow Moses?
Shadow Moses?
Oh wait, was he already an assist trophy?
I couldn't remember if he was an assist trophy or if he shows up on Shadow Moses.
I think he's just an assist trophy.
Yeah. So I'm wondering why they showed him in this one as well.
I think they just want to be like, hey, look at all this third party stuff.
Yeah.
Look at it. It's here.
Or maybe the deflection thing was a new feature.
Yeah, maybe
because he deflected projectiles.
Hey, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this mystery option, I'm thinking with this Monster Hunter boss.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we're going to see other boss types.
We're seeing lots of bosses in this trailer.
So we're going to see. Let's pretend that Dracula is just a stage hazard boss, and he's not in the story mode thing, which hopefully he is. I don't want him to not be.
Right.
But what other kind of bosses are we going to see? Because we got one thing we're going to talk about here that excludes this guy. But like, remember was it Brawl? There was like Petey Piranha and those weird robot things from Subspace. And
yeah, you fought Rayquaza.
Rayquaza, yeah. Are we gonna see like some Pokemon you can fight?
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be really interesting to see some other characters. But.
And the thing, go ahead, never mind.
I was gonna say we can close out with this last character reveal. They closed out with a character that was on my list because 3 characters from my list being Knuckles, Shovel Knight, and Waluigi are all assist trophies. Those were on my list for characters I wanted to see. Click that at the end of the video.
Which Waluigi's been an assist trophy before.
He has been, yeah. I just was hoping he would get that upgrade.
So this is a complete diversion. Not complete, but that makes me wonder if Shadow the Hedgehog is still an assist trophy.
He has to be.
He has to be, right?
I would if he is in the game, make him an Echo Fighter. That would be perfect.
Maybe
that'd be perfect Echo Fighter.
It would be a good Echo Fighter. The only reason I brought that question up is because I can see a world in which Knuckles just replaces Shadow as an assist trophy.
I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Makes sense. We get one last character.
King Dedede.
The one got King Dedede shows up. Well,
so good.
It is a king, but so we got DK and Diddy chilling in their clubhouse, and then or their treehouse.
They're choking down.
And then here comes a silhouette that looks like King K. Rool, and then King Dedede throws it off. He's like, ha, troll, gotcha. And then, boom, gets friggin' B-smacked into oblivion by King K. Rool himself. And then the music starts playing. Dude, I've been wanting King K. Rool since.
Man, he looks huge.
He's bigger than Bowser.
He's freaking ginormous.
He's bigger. He might be bigger than Ridley.
Yeah,
he's huge. He's got that big old gut, and it looks just like his appearance in Donkey Kong Country.
Right.
1, 2, and 3. Because he has his gun. If you go back on my video, I didn't go into detail about it because I was trying to stay under a 10-minute limit on that video. But I mentioned I want him to use his gun blaster. He has it with the pirate hat.
Right.
He's got the little backpack from Donkey Kong Country 3 that with the little propeller on it that makes him go up. Which is obviously his up B.
Yeah.
He throws his crown just like I thought he would, and he's got the ground pound thing. Like I thought it'd be more like him doing like a butt slam, but he can put people in the ground with like this curb stomp thing, similar to DK's headbutt, which was something I was like, that's what he needs.
Yeah.
this character looks exactly how I thought he would in my head, and I'm so excited about it. But the reveal trailer ended with them like running at each other like super fast. And they both jump up and do like this big punch with boxing gloves, which the boxing gloves from Donkey Kong 64.
So I saw that, and I'm wondering if that's going to be implemented into DK's like charge punch or something.
I don't know. Well, I don't know if custom moves are coming back, but that could be a thing.
Oh, sure.
But King K. Rool for sure had that boxing glove, and that's from his final boss fight in Donkey Kong 64. Which was not my favorite Donkey Kong, but whatever.
Yeah.
But they collide, and does like this Dragon Ball Z, like, boom, like the rattles all the trees in the jungle.
Right.
And that's how the whole presentation ends.
It was good. It was good end, man.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Everything in this trailer or in this direct looks so good. Yeah. I have no complaints. I've one small little disappointment, but it's not a complaint. Shovel Knight's not playable.
Shovel Knight's not playable.
Other than that, everything else in here.
There are a couple more things that I wanted to highlight.
Sure.
One, I love that they allow you to take the Echo Fighters and add them to the character select string as if they are their own fighters. Now I know they also give the option, like if you want Peach or Daisy, one of them will sit in front and the other one sits up in the top corner.
Yeah, you can stack them.
I love the idea of just having Peach and then Daisy, Samus and then Dark Samus.
That's how my personal.
It's going to look that way. It has to look that way. You don't want to choose Richter and then feel like you're getting the short end of the stick.
Yeah, you're getting the faux version.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You want to choose Richter and feel like you are just as legit a character.
I want to bring up. I'm okay with Echo Fighters.
Me too. I think it's a great addition.
I want more. If that means you can put more in the game, I'm all for it.
I want Ike to have a voice that says like "ha" and then a voice that sounds like "huh" every single time. On that note, though, this was the perfect follow-up to the E3 Direct because the E3 Direct was pretty disappointing, except for the Ridley reveal. The Ridley reveal was
kind of like, hey, here's the same game you always know and love. We're tuning it up and we're making it special, and everyone's back. Yeah. But here's Ridley.
And the only reason it was a disappointment was because it was at E3. You expected this quality of Direct, but it was just like so many details of like, and check this out. When Mario steps to the left, he doesn't trip. It was so much of that kind of
and when
stuff.
Sakurai, he's like, hey, don't expect a whole lot of new players because everyone's back.
BS.
Yeah, and then so now we get two new players, and we have like 6 new totals or 5 new totals,
including the Echo Fighters. Yeah. So, and he said midway through the video, he said we have a few more new characters to reveal to you, but that's going to come later. Woo! After that, it showed King K. Rool. So my thinking is, do they still have 2 or more characters to reveal?
Oh God,
there's still time for another Direct before December. Oh man, there's still time.
This game is easily becoming my most. Well, I think it's already my most anticipated game.
It was okay. It's been a roller coaster for me. It was, and then after 3, it wasn't. E3, it wasn't, and now it's up there again. It's like Smash Bros. For the rest of the year.
We do have a Red Dead Redemption gameplay reveal coming out tomorrow, which I may do a similar video to this tomorrow about. I'm really pumped for that. But this game looks so good. Not only is it the ultimate form of Smash.
Yeah, quite literally.
But it just looks so good.
Yeah.
Simon Belmont looks so good. I don't know what it is about the Smash team, the team that makes that game, but they have this way with giving these characters the best representation that they can get in this game. With Simon Belmont, it's just like, that's exactly... Like, I remember
it's a perfect fit.
We were talking about this yesterday. I was like, I don't know if I'd want Simon Belmont in there. I was like, I don't really think... I think about how he plays the NES game. I translate the Smash. I'm like, I just don't think that's going to work. Right. And then I see him do this. I'm like, holy crap, I was wrong.
Well, he's pretty... It's interesting because they actually showed him standing next to Link. I was about to say, he's pretty synonymous with, like, Link. Mm-hmm. You have a primary attack form, which his is the whip, Link's is the sword. Other than that, though, they have all these tools. They have all these little weapons that they use. And for Link, it's just different B. You angle the B button in different directions. And he uses a different tool. Mm-hmm. And for Simon and Richter, it's the exact same thing.
And I like that Simon and Richter share moves from their games, too.
Yeah, they do. They kind of...
Like, who's the Echo Fighter of who?
Right.
That's really cool. But yeah, dude, what was your favorite reveal today?
My favorite reveal, it's Simon and Richter. We talked about it before. I'm a huge fan of the Castlevania lore.
Yeah.
I love the stories.
Everyone loves the classic vampires and werewolves.
But it goes so much deeper than that. How, like, Dracula is the embodiment of sin and chaos, and, like, he's not he's not like this dude like who was born one day.
Oh,
hey,
I want to suck your blood.
Yeah, I'm Dracula.
He's evil. He's pure evil.
He's the embodiment of everything that is wrong with humanity. And so like they go into like the depths of like these philosophical concepts throughout these games. That's really interesting. And so I've always been like a distant fan of Castlevania. I've never really cared much for the games. In fact, Symphony of the Night's the only one I've ever played in depth.
These are the only two games. Like, I played Symphony of the Night, but these two are the only two games that I own of Castlevania's franchise.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a shame. I should probably play more. Yeah. But I'm just not the biggest fan of that gameplay. And, but in this game...
And the fact that Luigi got murdered,
that's pretty good.
That opening trailer, and again, we knew it was leaked, we knew it was coming. Man, I just got extremely hyped with that.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take a separate direction. I'm gonna say I was probably more excited for King K. Rool.
That's understandable.
I have a soft spot for Donkey Kong Country. Donkey Kong Country is among one of 3 games that are the first game I've ever played. I can't tell you because I was so young.
Right.
But it was in that pile of games where it's like, as far back as I can remember Donkey Kong Country and King K. Rool, and that music, the Gangplank Galleon playing in the background. Just, I had goosebumps, dude. I was in my work truck watching it. I was like,
me too, man.
I was like, oh, and like some lady at the drive-thru was like, I probably got like reported.
Pulled out her holy water.
Yeah.
I see you.
But one thing I also want to say, I really, really enjoyed. I mean, out of all this, the 800 tracks, I love the music. I love all that. It's the chargeable meter. I love that.
Yeah, that's super good. That's super good.
This game, it looks so good.
I'm super excited, man.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you like Super Smash Bros. Stuff, I did a video of characters I wanted to see. Click Tyler's face. It's right there. Thank you, Tyler, for joining me today.
Hey, man. Thanks for having me. It's been a good time.
We will possibly do a Red Dead Redemption thing tomorrow. Depends on how I feel.
Yeah, it depends on how hype it is.
Yeah, it depends on how they do the video.
Yeah, man.
So we'll figure out. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time!